Hi. Today in Mindfulness Minutes, we're going to talk a little bit about the function of the mind. One thing I hear from people before they sit down and want to meditate is, well, I could never make my mind stop thinking. And that's true. You really, really can't make your mind stop thinking. The function of the mind is thoughts, just like the function of your heart is for your heart to beat. So maybe when you exercise, your heart is beating faster, or when you're sleeping, it's beating slower, but its function is to beat, and it should. So one of the things that I'd like to dispel this myth that in order to be able to really meditate, you have to stop thinking. It's not the case. But what we do want to do is start to become aware of our thoughts so we can grab a hold of what we want to give attention to and what we don't. We don't want our monkey mind to take us on every journey, creating any emotion that it wants. We want to have control of that. So with the mind, it affects your consciousness, it affects your habits, it affects how you perceive the world around you. So that's why doing different things to help increase your mindfulness becomes very, very important, because it's really dictating all the experiences of your life. So what we're going to do today is just imagine that your thoughts are like this ocean behind us, right? So the ocean is moving. We'll pretend like our thoughts are like those waves. So as the wave comes, you can just notice that thought. What is it saying? What is it doing? And don't try to do anything about it. Don't try to change it. Don't try to make it something or judge it. What we want to do is we just want to become aware. And it's kind of like the light of our awareness starts shining on our mind, and things will just naturally begin to change when you have that awareness coming in. So shine that light of your awareness into each thought, and instead of judging it as good as or bad, you can label it and watch it. Like there's a little wave, there's a big wave, right? But when it comes to our minds, it could be like, oh, that's kind of a thought about my to-do list, or that's kind of a defeating thought about why I don't exercise enough, or that's a joyful thought about what I'm going to do for dinner with my husband, and on and on. When you're judging these thoughts or labeling these thoughts is a better way to look at it, just let go of it, because when you give it a label, you know, okay, so I'm spending this thought is on anxiety about the future. I'm spending this thought in joy. I'm spending this thought in worry. I'm spending this thought in flow. And as you do that, what happens is you can start to pick apart some later on, not during the experience. You just want to see how many thoughts you can look at and label. You're going to start to notice repetitive thoughts. You're going to start to notice things that are coming up a lot. And so just take note. And our first meditations should just be taking note of what these reoccurring thoughts are, watching these thoughts come and seeing what they are. And honestly, a lot of the time, that's going to be enough for you to change it. You're going to be like, oh my gosh, I am always worried about the future. I'm always thinking about what bad thing could happen. And it never really does. So why am I wasting all that energy when I could be doing something creative or peaceful? So that would be how we do this first meditation, or one of the meditations rather. You just stop and pay attention. Each breath is an opportunity to become more aware. And you can stop this and close your eyes and set a timer for 5 minutes. That helps your mind to know that there's a beginning and an end. Set a timer for 5 minutes, and then just spend that time labeling thoughts and paying attention to what you're thinking.